Good morning, Robert.
Yo,
How you doing?
I'm good, man. This is like so cool right now. It's like an honor to be talking to you on here. I learned so much.
I appreciate
I'm
that.
good.
Hold on one sec, Robert. I want to hear if can you guys hear this at least on here? Because I'm gonna put the speaker down below. I'm assuming you'll be able to hear. Okay, perfect. So, Robert, first of all, thank you so much for being like the first person to actually call in as I'm trying to integrate this into my show. But I have a few questions for you. First, I'm sorry to hear about this because this seems to be a very ongoing thing with cryptocurrency, and it's a shame. Um,
Yeah,
but first, are you in the USA?
I'm in New York.
Okay, so he's in New York. So for anybody who's thinking he might not be in the USA, take that right out of the playbook, because I know
I
people are
had
gonna say,
two-factor authentication, and I paid for Coinbase One $40 a month.
"Oh Jesus!" So okay, so you want to explain to everybody what that is? Because I don't use
I could
Coinbase.
explain the whole thing.
Please do.
If you want me to talk from the top, I don't know how much you want to go into it, but
Well, let's go into it.
basically, this was all my family's money. Like, my mom has cancer, like, it was some of her money, 2,000, my grandma's money, 1,000. All together, it was 10,700 XRP. It was $23,000. Okay, so I get an email, a phishing email. I want to tell this to people. If anybody, like, you know what I mean? I thought this would never happen to me. If anybody, like, has their money on Coinbase or online, get it off. They say and advertise as the most trusted cryptocurrency exchange, and that's a joke. If you go online and dig through the rabbit hole, it's like billions. I don't know, like a lot of money. Like millions and millions of people have had their identities basically are stolen because Coinbase has employees. There's multiple class action lawsuits where Coinbase has foreign employees that take bribes from hackers. And now that AI is come into the picture, AI can code for people and then make the fake email that they sent to me, and it said, please update your phone number. And I changed my phone number a lot. So I hit the email, update phone number, and then as soon as I hit that, because I had the two-factor authentication, it needed that number that they sent me. But when I sent the number, thinking I'm updating my phone number, it just said, you just sent 10,700 XRP to wallet address so-and-so, and then it pulled up a ledger in Australia. But I got no notification that another login from another device was made. So that's how it's Coinbase. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so this is from the phishing side of things. This is what I wanted to know because they're becoming very, very involved now. And like you said, with the involvement with AI or at least the evolving of AI, it's making this very scary. Even when
And
you
the thing
have,
that's tricky too is if you admit to phishing, it's on you. It's your fault. So don't do that.
yeah, true.
That's what Coinbase will say. They're like, oh, you shouldn't have clicked that.
So it looked exactly the same as what your normal, like, it looked identical.
Identical. It was made by, I don't know, AI or whatever, Coinbase employee, but I mean, you could not tell looking at the email. It looked like Coinbase with like the blue, like, and everything.
Okay.
And it was not easy finding a lawyer to take the case either.
Okay, so anybody who's in the similar steps, like, do you want to go through the horror of that process or do you want to keep that out of it? Like, because people need to understand it's not just X, Y, and Z to get your stuff back. It's not.
And I used the ledger 90% of the time. I had it on there for 6 months, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. I had it on the ledger for years.
So what's the process now? Like, just hope and pray? Like, what did the lawyers say?
Honestly, the process was very tedious, frustrating. You know, as it happened, I called Coinbase One. The guy basically they just took down, you know, the information, said, okay, we're sorry you got robbed, and then you're on your own, basically. And then the lawyers, a couple of them made us send like a bunch of stuff. You run around for days trying to like get all this paperwork and get the case together for the lawyer, and then they say, yeah, this isn't enough money for us. Or like a big city lawyer in New York City was like, he's like not going to waste his time because he has so many other, because it's such a common problem, he's so busy and there's not many lawyers that know how to do this, that they're only taking like the best cases they can find. So
Yeah.
I found like some other smaller lawyer that said he would take the case. He mailed me like some paperwork with notarized, and then I signed it, and he takes 40% of whatever proceeds he gets, or I get without him. Anything I get back, he takes 40%. And
This
that's after his fees.
this is why I wanted to ask about that.
Oh,
I've heard
fees
this.
is 40%. 40%.
I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Sorry.
No, I've heard a lot of people who have gone through, especially because I do this, I get a lot of messages, but they say how costly it is. Even if they do get it back, they're still losing a significant portion of what they lost. So it's
Oh, yeah.
that's the part of it that I want everybody to hear for real. Like that's, man, I'm so sorry to hear this. Now what we have to figure out is a way to, for you, I mean, this is part of what my fear is in crypto. I know you've heard me this is my biggest fear of what's happening in crypto. And all the stuff that they're creating in Congress is making this easier and easier and easier. All these backdoors, for whatever reason, they don't seem to care about all the hackers when it comes to crypto. They really don't. And it's so strange.
No, because, and right before this, if you look into it, there was one task force that would help people get their stuff back. And then when Trump took back on the government or whatever, they got rid of it. So, like, if your money's stolen and it wasn't like $100,000, it's really hard to get it back. Because, and then if you do, the lawyer's going to take most of it. So, half of it.
Well, I know this doesn't make you feel any better, but at least for the audience, you've done a huge service right now so that they know never trust an email, never trust a phone call. Even if it looks like it's from your exchange, make sure you log into your app. Make sure you contact them directly before doing any kind of updating to your contact info, sending anything that seems like, okay, this doesn't seem right. This is a terrible
Coinbase
situation.
will never call or email you ever. You're only talking to Coinbase inside that app.
There, you see that? Thank you so much for saying that. I've seen a lot of people comment that, but I didn't want to say it yet until you got done. But he just acknowledged that. Like, thank you for saying that, so people know.
Yeah, kind of what you were saying. That's why I said it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because that's the truth. There's no Coinbase employees emailing you. I didn't know that.
Okay, well that's good though, at least that you're sharing that with the general public here, at least with the audience, just so they understand.
Yeah.
I mean, I really appreciate you sharing. I mean, I wish we could do more for you. The best thing we could do is get that information out so everybody knows, not just seeing people type. I think it hits different when you hear, the individual actually explaining it. I really do.
Yeah, well, the story that Coinbase is really the one at fault here is that basically, my wife was just telling me they were completely hacked, right? And the hackers demanded a ransom, and the fucking CEO of Coinbase said no and didn't pay it. So instead, they stole from all Coinbase's customers.
That's another avenue to explore as well. I did not know that.
If you look it up, it's online. You can look it up. You go to classactionlawsuit.org or something, and you can see all the lawsuits against Coinbase, and you can find all the details in there.
Yeah, I'll have to look at it deeper. I'm going to type it in my Google so I can do it off the air, just so I can start to... Oh, look at that. May 16, 2025, Coinbase data breach. The attacker demanded 20 million ransom, which Coinbase refused to pay. Instead, the company is cooperating with law enforcement, yada, yada. So listen, if you want to hear if somebody being ethical, I told you, I've known Robert for, not personally, but at least through the comments. That's why I was willing to, allow him to be the first caller, but he's spot on. He hasn't lied about anything, so I hope this helps somebody somewhere out there so that you don't have to go through these unfortunate events. Best thing we can do is try to teach everybody when it comes to these moments. I too have been, when it comes to crypto, as you know, Julie has 1,000 XRP that is sitting on Uphold right now as we speak that they have never given back since 23. She was able to take out 90% of her XRP, but for some reason it wouldn't let her take that out, and then they closed her account without any. And like, what's the repercussion? You're not going to find a lawyer that's going to go after her. At the time, it was like, $400 or what was it? $4,000. But now that would be, it was only worth about 400 at the time, and now it's worth about $3,000. So sitting there for her.
3 grand, man.
Yeah. So, but you never know what happens. You know, it's like, with just like with you, you're dealing with the same circumstance. Now you're always like, I can never look at that, but then it makes it harder to look at every other exchange too. Really does.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where your money's. I guess ledgers or cold storage is safest.
Even they have the back, I mean, there's back ways into them, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I
in
know.
theory.
They're not 100% either. It's like, but it's crazy. What are you
Yeah.
supposed to do?
Mm-hmm. That's why, I mean, they tell you to stick to a tier one exchange, but isn't Coinbase a tier one exchange in the USA?
Yeah, Coinbase is. That's the one main exchange.
Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because I know a lot of people in this audience are on Coinbase right now.
Yeah, you guys are crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, that's what I always say about Uphold, but each to their own, I don't want to offend anybody.
I mean, it might be safe if you do the two, but they have SIM swaps. They literally, like, a SIM swap is if those people, they got a lot of money on there. They will do something. They will, like, get your phone company and reprogram your SIM card somehow so that now, like, your phone is their phone or something. And then they can just steal everything and they don't even need the two-factor authentication code. That's much more complex and sophisticated.
100%. So
Yeah.
that's a scarier side that we'll have to go down one day.
Yeah, that's why with the crypto, it's very,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread it out. Put a couple ledgers. I don't know.
That's why I have a very strict policy. When I make profits in crypto, it goes into precious metals, and or if it's in the cycle, I build into miners, because at least I can get it on my JP Morgan side where I know that's not going anywhere. And up to 250 grand, I know. But at the same time, I would have so much more in crypto than I even have now if I could trust it. I don't trust the avenues of crypto is the problem.
Exactly. It's very hard to. It's like the risk and reward. Like crypto is, like you said, where you're going to make money, but...
Yeah, it's also where they seem to rug pull it without even being rug pulled.
Yeah.
But,
I know.
Robert, it was good talking to you. I'm gonna